was the first goal in the 19th minute.
And
then they scored. And the second goal was the second chance. And the third goal was the third time they hit the target. I mean, Real Madrid has got no right to be in that final. They were the poorest team by a mile over the two games. Man City in full control, but it's that one moment, and we talked about that. We talked about how the stadium in here could be that 12-man, and I have to say, from when they started that second half, that chance after 8 seconds, it was like they set the whole place on fire, and it carried on. It's just unbelievable.
Real Madrid, impossible to prepare against, because they are one moment, one event, one move, one player. It happens in this season every time they needed it, which never happens in football. You always think there was that moment where they turned it around. That's what they do. And we spent the whole game, I don't know you, because we were sitting in different parts, going like that and looking at people and going like that, and they will respond saying, it's like
I feel a little bit sorry for Manchester City, I have to say that, because I thought, apart from that goal in the 90th minute, they played really well. They had everything under control. Rodri in midfield was awesome tonight. And then, I mean, I'm not going to criticize anything, but if you lose a player like Kevin De Bruyne and the game turns out the way it does, then you miss him in that extra 30 minutes. And he was very, very sorely missed in that. But, I mean, my God, Real Madrid, where does that come from? I have absolutely no idea. Guillaume, I know you love them. They didn't play well.
No, but that's the same against PSG.
They did not play well.
Against Chelsea, against City, they weren't the better side. Yeah. But they conjured magic. Just magic.
Finally,
we can use the word. It was magical, Kate.
We've been discussing magic all day. Can we use the word? I said no, it's not on, but you got it in.
Magic was.
Okay, well, I tell you what, guys, stay with us 1 second, because I think you should listen into this as well, because I just want to remind everybody at home that back after Real Madrid beat PSG, Jamie Carragher in this very studio made a very bold prediction, and I think we should all just revisit it. Beat PSG, Jamie Carragher in this very studio made a very bold prediction, and I think we should all just revisit it for 1 second.
Because this Real Madrid team will not win the Champions League. Absolutely no chance of winning the Champions League.
No chance.
You're going to be nervous on the final.
I've been a lot nervous. It was Man City. Listen, I'm very confident Liverpool will win.
Yeah. Guillaume, your reaction to that?
Just that.
Well,
I have to say, I mean, obviously we've done the brackets. Predicting this Champions League has been very, very difficult. I had Bayern Munich winning it. They got knocked out of the quarterfinals. I did think that Real Madrid would go into the final because of, the situation in England. But they were so poor. I mean, they were poor. Only the game in Chelsea was good. They played really well there.
Out of 6 games, 1 good.
I don't understand anything about football anymore.
No, I think you in the studio have got a hard job today to try to explain this. Good luck.
Thank you very much. We will do that, but we're going to do it. It's what you call European royalty. Liverpool versus Real Madrid. The Champions League final is set. Real Madrid certainly come a long way since losing to Sheriff on match day 1 of the group stages. Jamie, you might like this one. Real Madrid have won their last 7 Champions League finals since 1981, when they lost 1-0 to whom and where?
To the mighty Liverpool FC in Paris.
There you go.
Oh my. We're not starting this nonsense thing.
Do you know the goal scorer, Kate?
These omens.
I don't.
No. Barney Rubble.
Who?
Oh.
That was the nickname of Alan Kennedy.
Is that the left back you were talking about the other day?
Do you want to see it, Jamie?
I'd love to see it.
So it deflected, booming. Technically, be careful, the stadium is in Saint-Denis.
Sorry, what?
The stadium is in Saint-Denis, not in Paris. So
Which, that one or the other?
Suburb of
no,
Paris.
the one now. Sorry,
Which is a suburb of Paris, yes or no?
It's not Paris. So maybe
that might jinx.
That might jinx the same. Yeah, it's very near. But trust me, you don't want to be in Saint-Denis. It's not the same as Paris.
Yes.
Micah.
Trust me.
Get your facts right then. Anywho.
Yes. Anywho. Do you still want to come to Paris?
Well,
You were planning a big night out and all of that.
To be honest, I'd happy.
Who are you supporting in Paris?
Liverpool, 100%.
You know that had it been the other way around, had Liverpool been knocked out and City were in, no way on earth you were supporting
not
City.
a chance, no.
Not a chance, no. I'll be supporting Liverpool in the final. Definitely.
Supporting British team. Just a question. Does this fact that Liverpool are into the final and Manchester City are now out, does that help Liverpool's quest for the quadruple? Is it now hard for Manchester City to pick themselves back up, or are they now so focused on Premier League that...
It helps Liverpool in two ways. And I think psychologically that would be a huge blow for Man City. I think not just because of the league. I think any big club who expects to do well, or certainly in that situation that Man City were in, with 1 minute to go, to get over that psychologically for the game at the weekend, it will be really tough. I still expect them to win that game against Newcastle. But for Liverpool, two things. They're not playing Man City, which will be a massive relief to everybody, because number one, Man City are a better team than Real Madrid. But also, when you go to a Champions League final, the thought of losing to a rival feels a lot worse than losing to a foreign team, Real Madrid. And also, if Liverpool don't win, there's not as much pressure on Liverpool to win the league as such. You've still got the Champions League final. If City were to win the league, and then you've still got them in the final, the pressure to make sure you win that one, then I think it'd been a huge
quadruple now. Seriously,
yeah, I think we could. Yeah.
I was like...
Liverpool are favourites for the FA Cup in terms of who they're playing. They'll be favourites against Real Madrid. Manchester City are slight favourites in the league. I think if Liverpool were playing Man City in the final of Champions League, I think Man City would have been slight favourites.
Mm-hmm. It's Carlo Ancelotti versus Pep Guardiola, versus Jurgen Klopp. Now, obviously, they've met 10 times. Ancelotti has the edge, 4 games to 3 in terms of the wins. You've obviously played for both managers. How do you see...
He wishes.
I'm still thinking of Pep Guardiola.
No, I don't wish it. I don't wish anything. It's all right.
You played for one of the managers.
Yeah.
You have,
For
Carlo
6
Ancelotti. How do you see them matching up? What interests you about the way those two will match up tactically?
I don't even know tactically sometimes what Madrid is about. I think sometimes they go with desire, the belief that they can win it. I see more tactically what Liverpool can do sometimes, but they do find a way to win it. I personally think that Liverpool will win that. And I know people will tell me that don't doubt Madrid. Yes, you cannot doubt them. But since you're asking me, my winner was City. I said it before. I do believe that Liverpool will be too strong for Madrid.
When Mo Salah was interviewed yesterday after the Liverpool game, Jamie, and asked who would you rather face, would it be Real Madrid, would it be Manchester City, he said I'd rather face Real Madrid. Do you think that had anything to do with the revenge for what had happened with Sergio Ramos and the other
100%. Yeah. I think that was a massive blow for Mo Salah himself, obviously for the team, but for him, he'd just come alive that season when everyone really knew what he was about. He got over 40 goals. And that was going to be his moment. And Ramos definitely meant it, what he was doing. You talk about the dark arts of football. There's probably no one, I wouldn't say as bad, because it's part of the game, but he definitely pushes it to the limit, Ramos. He won't be involved. And I think Mo Salah will be desperate to sort of almost put that final to bed. Because, to be honest, a lot of that team, well, not a lot of them, I'm thinking of the midfield. I'm sure the midfield on that night was Modric, Kroos and Casemiro. And I think that'll be the midfield again tomorrow. So even from Liverpool's point of view, there's still a lot of players from that team. Virtually the whole back four, really. And not sure if the goalkeeper wasn't. But Salah, Mane still involved, Firmino still involved, Henderson, Milner. So there's a lot of players from that Liverpool team who are still involved.
But if you think about the final and to make it even bigger, the two favourites for the Golden Ball, the Ballon d'Or, are Mane and Benzema. So that will add an extra little spice into it, because I still believe that Benzema is ahead. But if Mane wins it with Liverpool and they do make the quadruple, that's a pretty strong case, and it will be great for Africa, but I'm still going with Benzema.
Kareem the Dream, you called him, Micah. Remember those days? We're going to go through. We haven't had a chance to go through any of the action from this game yet because we've been showing you all the reaction live from over there in Madrid. Let's take you through some of the key action in this one. It looked comfortable for you for a long minute there, Micah, especially when Riyad Mahrez did this.
You have moments, you can be cute on the ball, you can be whatever. Madrid don't care about that. When they have an opportunity, they try to put it in the back of the net. And remember well, beginning of the second half, cross from Carragher. What was the miss? A sitter. Should have been in. I don't know if you remember. Vinicius Junior missed a sitter.
Yeah, it was left
Don't
foot.
put the ball in the back of the net, then you leave yourself exposed to a goal from Mahrez. And football goes down to that.
Well, then, sorry. It's all right, Michael. We'll get through the night together as a team. Don't worry. We went to extra time then, and you're saying it's what you do with the ball and whether you put it in the back of the net. If you're the referee, it's what you do with the whistle. And he didn't call anything virtually all night long, but then he called a penalty.
The referee was all...
Do we think it's actually fitting? You know, basically.
Feels like it was written for him.
It just feels like it was written, not just because of the game. I mean, when you're that good at playing, you get that much disrespect off a pundit.
You actually said it, in all fairness.
We must have the clip, mustn't we?
No, I said it was written. I said it was written in the stars of Benzema.
He will have known about that comment, wouldn't he?
Which one we're talking about?
No,
I know you've said a few about him.
He went viral in France, so he knows. No, but joking aside, this is the moment. Why are you tackling? Why are you going to ground? Where is he going? What is he going to do there, Benzema, even if he controls the ball? I would have understood he's about to shoot. Courtois, that pass with his right foot, and then Camavinga could, nobody could catch him. But that pass of Courtois at that moment in the game, keeping that composure. And I said it, if it was Ederson, and I will maintain it. Courtois is better than Ederson. People are going to say I'm biased because obviously...
Not distribution. We're not
talking about that. Overall, as a keeper. For me, I know Peter...
Maybe saves.
And he's better. And that pass was outstanding.